Hey, what's going on, everybody? And welcome. This is Oscar. Welcome to the live stream on Thursday night. Coming back at you, everyone. What's going on? Everyone, posted two videos already. One, at the beginning of the day, and then one later on about CRO. And well, this is our live coming out at you. I have my news right next to me, and just kind of informed. So obviously, everyone, I think the topic at hand is what's going on with the cryptocurrency market, stock markets today. If you saw the crypto, then probably was like, man, what a gift. Because Bitcoin went all the way to $34,000. Then now it's at $38,000. Can you explain that to me? It's interesting. It's just the world of crypto. Stocks open extremely down, Dow less than 800 points, Nasdaq down, and then they end up super huge. Why is that? Well, that's a couple of the subjects that we're going to be talking by the end of this live. Everyone, as always, go ahead and smash the like button, consider subscribing, and turn on those notification bells. This is your live. Go ahead and crash the chat. It's all yours. We're gonna go ahead and start answering some questions and giving you the updates when it comes to the cryptocurrency market and crypto.com Chronos now, Shiba Inu, Bitcoin, Tectonic, and many more that we've been talking, of course. And before I even get started, I think the main goal for this, guys, is for you and I to understand how critical is the times that we're living. Not that, of course, the elephant of the room will always right now be the war and what's happening in Ukraine, what's happening with Russia. That's something that there's not much we can do. But what I can do and what my actions can help me use this circumstance, which is terrible, to better the future of my investment strategy is number one, as you're watching right now, do not panic. Do not panic investment type. This is investment conversations, right? Because, of course, the humanitarian aspect of the equation, it's another different subject, and I'm not going to really get too much in depth with that. But when it comes to the investment side, do not panic. Why? Because the markets will come back. Bitcoin will come back. Stocks will come back. And they're not really, they're down, but they're honestly much better than I think you and I anticipated. And why is that? Why? Well, today, once again, President Biden came out and added more sanctions to Russia, tougher sanctions, but still, Russia is still on SWIFT. And that stands for an organization about banking transfers, money transfer worldwide. It's just one of the many reasons, right? But one of the things that I've been reading and I've been doing my research is that due to everything that's happening, there is a possibility that the rates added on by the Federal Reserve may be much less than before what they had intended, due to already the inflation that's going to cause if the United States actually gets much more involved when it comes to this war. So that is, I think, the intro, right? Because right now, let's go ahead and take a look at this, everyone. 36,000, we were talking yesterday, went down all the way to 34, and I was making, those videos very early. Then I gave these two points, which is 33,000, 30,000, and that's what actually I was expecting the price to move. But what's happening, of course, and after going through more than a 20-hour spree of reading and listening to many different people in the news and all of that, it is evident that people are playing the market. And what do I mean with playing the market? It's just that they're not going to tell you when the market's going to crash. When everybody expects it's going to crash, it's not going to crash. It's going to crash when I think we least expect, and that's something I lived through the pandemic. It's like, okay, today, like less than 24 hours ago, Putin declared war against Ukraine. Oh man, the markets are gonna do the worst, right? Not necessarily. It's gonna crash, and from experience, I think it's gonna crash when we least expect it, and there it is. I mean, can you explain me? Let me go ahead and use my ruler here. This is today at around 12 p.m. went all the way to 10%. This is Bitcoin, everybody. Here's Bitcoin. Wasn't expecting this, which it's totally fine. 11% all the way to what? Almost $40,000. Can you explain me that? Definitely massive pull, and then completely going back to sideways trading. That is just one more addition to my repertoire of, okay, if you're playing this long, you better be dollar cost averaging, not financial advice, but you better be dollar cost averaging at all of these entry little points. Oftentimes I have questions like, oh yeah, Oscar, I have like $1,000 or $1,000 or $5,000. How much should I buy? Start buying less and less and less, but in small quantities. That's what I'll do, because like I've been saying right now, like the cryptocurrency market for the foreseeable future, it's gonna be crazy. Right now, I'm looking at the news right on my screen. There's a chance that Russia is gonna get to the capital of Ukraine in a couple of more days, and if that happens, that's gonna completely change the way markets now behave, because now Russia is gonna be dominating the conquest entire Ukraine. And well, I don't have to go to the specifics of how the war and all of that works, but after reading so many news, I'm sure that you guys did too. Ukraine is no rival, but what is keeping Ukrainians from actually just leaving is the will of defending their country, the braveness, the patriotism. I mean, I saw a reporter, I saw a newscaster talking to one of the Ukrainian parliament representative, and that person was given an assault rifle to defend the country if needed. So imagine, like at that level, it's gonna get ugly at this point. What Biden said in that in the press briefing earlier today was that he's not gonna get in Ukraine. He's not gonna put any. As of today, things might change, but as of today, thus far, he's not gonna get any U.S. troops inside Ukraine, and that's smart because as soon as you do that, then I think that's officially a war, and oh baby, let's not get to that point yet. But the point here is no NATO country has stepped foot on Ukraine, meaning that the markets are going to stay, in my opinion, still on the fence of everything that's happening right now. I don't think Vladimir Putin is that dumb, to be honest with you. I think military side, I don't know the guy I don't want to know the guy, but what I'm saying is, you step foot on a NATO country, the world has changed now. Like, that is when markets are going to react, because that's when Article 5 from NATO starts applying, and that's when attack on one is attack on all. And at that point, you better have full tank on gas in your vehicle, because it's going to get ugly. Now, I'm just saying this because that's everything that I'm learning thus far as we continue, our new world we live in pandemic 2020, 2021, now war. Just different little things, everybody, that we're going through. But we have to say it. We have to go ahead and talk it and face value, right? So welcome to the light, everybody. Don't forget to smash the like button. Consider subscribing right now. Let me see you right here on the board, and turn on those notification bells. Welcome aboard. Let me go ahead and say hi to my people. Sexy Anime Girl, welcome. G-Puff, Raymond, The Gov, Vivacious. We have Half Bread, Eric, Muhammad, Vivacious, Eduardo, and Moisesito Flores. What's going on? Hello from London. Oh, Eduardo, London, that's a beautiful place. There you go. So we're seeing the price of Bitcoin right now. I having, like I'm saying, my news right next to me. I've been literally watching them since the beginning of the day today because, I mean, you know how I am. I love to watch the news. I love to comment because, I mean, I think the older you get, the more inclined you are to watch news. That's just what's happening to me. But we're seeing right now the price of Crowcoin once again. Everybody will drop to 34 cents. And I was expecting the worst. I was expecting more bloodshed, which that's what I wanted, because what I've been telling you, right, is to have money on the side. And well, I'm not gonna buy right now. I'm not gonna buy right now. This, in my opinion, is a fake pump. It's a fake pump, because how in the world you're gonna liquidate everything in a notice and then come all the way back up? This is exactly what whales like to do. I mean, just look at the volume. You can see the volume right here, how it's extremely occupied today. I mean, I've been some certain amount of months in this game. I don't like to buy right now when there's so much going on. I need to buy when it's actually bloody and people don't have money to buy. That's when I'm gonna get into. Plus, I mean, we've been buying for a while. If you're watching this right now, I mean, I've been buying for all 2021, the beginning of 2022. Like most of my investments are down or red. I ask you in a YouTube poll, how's your crypto doing? You guys want to know the results? I mean, basically the results are like, I'm barely gonna start with the news, but basically the results are that most of us are down bloody red. I'm actually kind of flat, because one of the things that I actually have is I just like to buy, when it's really red, which it kind of fits in this scenario. Let me go ahead and take a look at the comments right now. I'd rather have Oscar Ramos for president than Joe Biden. My man. Good evening, Oscar. What's going on, Pat B? Hello, Oscar. Trust you are doing great. We're doing good, my man. Thank you. China and Russia teaming up and gonna attack US, so the price will drop. Honestly, Fearless Warrior, I really don't want to believe that. I know that's a possibility, but I mean, I really don't want to believe that, because it's so easy to say, and if that ever happens, it's just the consequences are immeasurable. Like, yes, like I wouldn't really like to see the United States in a world war during my lifetime, because I know what that will mean. I mean, I think it's so easy for us to throw out. I mean, this is just my personal thoughts, right? But I think it's just so easy to say war, but until you live it. I mean, the only thing I can tell you about it, my friends, as you know, I'm Mexican. And well, in Mexico, we have the cartels, right? Well, it just happens that I've had throughout my life somewhat of a real life experience with that, with that kind of living, because that's just where my country was, right? Where I'm from. And it's not funny when you are hearing gunshots and when you're hearing all that kind of, type of war-like zones right next where you live. It's not funny, my friends. As a Mexican, I understand what is it to being oftentimes surrounded by bad people with guns and trying to harass you. I mean, just doing bad things, So that is kind of like some of my background, and I think war. I mean, it's just a topic that is really delicate, and whatever happens, we just have to face it face value. And coming from the investment side, I'm looking for continuously buying the dips, right? That is what the best we can do, and act strategically, because if, like I'm saying, if the United States actually gets much more involved, then that's when we're gonna be seeing oil prices actually do. I mean, I just went to the pump 19 Texas 319, 317. That is the worst thing ever, and it is a reality. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. I love watching right here the news, kind of taking a look at all the subjects. Oh, baby. So, that being said, everybody, thank you, Jessica. Welcome. The market recovered after 2% down, went like 1%, and they only happened 2 times in history. The next day, blood in the streets. Exactly. So That is what I'm waiting for, right? I do have some money saved up, and I mean, as you know, guys, I'm saving for the wedding. So there's a lot of things. So, by the way, I went to see the venue today, and I got it. So pretty excited. Everybody got the venue for the wedding. So while I was getting the venue for the wedding, Biden was speaking. So I was like, gosh, I wanted to do a live while he was speaking, but priorities. You have to do that for sure. Hey, Oscar Ramos, do you think the threats against our banking system will explode crypto? Jesse Gomez, for sure. I mean, one thing that we're seeing right now is about Swift. Guess what? It's better than Swift. XRP. Yep. XRP is what many banks are using to do exactly what Swift does, which it takes time consuming, slow. XRP, the network they have, many banks are using it, and that is one of the key value propositions for XRP. Just facilitate the money transfers, right? That's why when they're throwing around the Swift war and everything, let me tell you exactly what it is. I actually have it right here for you, which is here. Here it is. Market participants, however, yeah, you're seeing it, have installed. It's the Society of Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunications. Is a payment-related messaging service that helps banks worldwide execute financial transactions, right? So right now, still Russia is in Swift from the news that I collected thus far. But those things can change. That is where you hurt Putin the most, from what I've heard, and that's where you can kind of like see a retracement from the troops out of Ukraine, but thus far that hasn't happened. Thanks, the Parliament, appreciate it. Thank you. Anonymous is having a cyber war against Russian government. Sounds like about right. I was looking at Anonymous on trending on Twitter, so I'm like, I see. Yeah, that kind of sounds about right. That's pretty good. It's gonna be a cyber war with hacks being covered all over the news. Probably, yes. Definitely. I think the U.S. intelligence does have an edge, so I'm rooting for the U.S. for that, right? Well, my friends, let's go ahead and dive in on this one. I'm going to refresh this, and crazy to say, but we're in fear, not in extreme fear. But pretty much this is completely correlated to the price. So because the price went up, there it is. Now we're having 27 extreme fear. So right now, really nice volatile for some crypto trading. I love it. I mean, exactly what we wanted. When it comes to the Nasdaq and stocks, guys, it is very important. We dropped to 12,867 points. I've been in stocks for a while, and I can tell you that those numbers, I was seeing it. How many years ago? I mean, it was just one, right? Like right about here, 12,000. So it was 2020, I remember. So take a look at this 2020 Nasdaq. This was the level of Nasdaq that we just reached, and it was just in a day. That is fantastic. Here it is, 5 days. There you go. So it was a very, very quick change of events for the Nasdaq, for the U.S. economy, and I like it. I love it. Perfect time to get some positions. Do I think we're gonna be having more of these crashes? Yes, like I said, if we are having more and more interactions with the United States, because since predominantly most of these cryptocurrencies, they're borderless. Crypto is borderless, but as soon as the United States starts declaring something much further, I predict that this thing is gonna get much uglier, and to me, that'll be a great Christmas gift for buying amazing prices. 4% in the last 24 hours, 2% Ethereum. As you can tell, only Bitcoin, Ethereum were the most ones bought. Some of the altcoins are not really, right here in the top, we're having Terra Luna still ramping all the way above $60 at 11%. Where's my Shiba Inu? 16% down. 4024 still sideways trading Shiba Inu. Crypto.com Chronos now, 39.85, not bad at all, 40 cents. So not putting bad numbers, although it still is not out of that correction territory. I like it. I mean, all of these prices are much lower than I used to buy. I mean, that just super low in my opinion. Can it get lower? Of course. Now we know the reasons why. And let's take a look at this. FTX, it's been out in the streets, out on YouTube a lot. Meet Kevin is using it. It's not a new sponsor of him. So I'm seeing FTX more now when it comes to this. Let's see what it said. They're going to look at some of the news here, and it does seem that the Chernobyl power plant is it's something that the Russians are looking to control. I don't know if it's already there. I'm kind of looking at the news now, and well, I mean, a lot of strikes and attacks, as you can tell from the Russians. They really are going to take the entire government. That's something that it will happen for sure. But the will of the Ukrainians is gonna be, huge for them to get it. But we'll see what happens. I may be wrong. I'm hope to be wrong, and that the Ukrainian people can defend completely, right? We know it's not it's a delicate subject to discuss. AM token, what we're looking at is at 2 cents. Look at my friends, if you're an AM token holder, there's one thing I can tell you. Even though I'm token it's super down, it's still in 68 position, which is actually really good because it was at around 75, 74. It's 68. So by market cap, AM token is not doing bad at all. Not doing bad at all. So I like AM token, very good. I'm still holding it, right? Not putting much more money there. So I like it. AM token, that's the one. Tectonic, everybody. Which, by the way, I'm gonna be adding some shirts. I'm gonna be updating my shirts because people have been telling me put some Tectonic shirts. I'll put some Tectonic shirts. No worries. This is what's happening with Tectonic at this time. Let me go ahead and max this up for us right now. Take a look at this, everyone. So for Tectonic, we're seeing that this is what my video was talking last time, and it crashed because that was way before they actually declare war. So immediately I can take a look at the impact. But it does seem that it's trending up once again. So that is great. There was a nice sell-off. So the people who actually went positively, which I mean, I will guess not many people. Because most of the people that I know of are buying way on top. But still the whales that got this Tectonic cheap were selling right now. And there's now more people coming in and just trading Tectonic, which is pretty good. Trading, buying, trading. Still, as you can tell here from the levels, we're still at this level right here, which means we are not lower than the previous dip. That is comforting. That is comforting for sure. Getting to these levels, which is the lowest level thus far for Tectonic, that will be 604. Well, that is a price that it will just indicate a complete reset. A complete reset for Tectonic if we get to these levels for this cryptocurrency. One thing you have to understand is that this is all happening because of panic, FUD, market sell-offs, and the war, and more interest rates. I am not really planning to sell because guess what? Just recently, I added my pool on VVS Finance and I'm making money. I mean, although things are going very low, but I'm planning to hold for a long time. So I'm not really concerned at all when it comes to short-term pains, right? Not really concerned. I think this is gonna be an okay change of pace, and just another project. Remember, these are projects, and they're gonna be more and more projects for our crypto journey. This is just one more that we can become a millionaire with Tectonic. Yes, we can, but it will take for us to put right now, which is these are the greatest news of all, about five to less than $6,000, like $500 to $5,500 to become a millionaire. Isn't that insane? You think the government will create some type of NFT war bond type deal? No, I'm not really sure about that. If all Joe keeps talking positively, if the market will stay green, that's how Trump kept the market making money. You're right. You're right. You're not wrong. Let me tell you that you're not wrong. You are not wrong. Thank you, Harry Lamb. Hello, Oscar. Just bought more Crow and Tectonic yesterday. Hey, kudos to you, man. Appreciate your first.
Oh,
yeah. Appreciate the first super chat of the night. Awesome.
How are you, Oscar? I just bought more CRO and tech yesterday, carrot.
Nice, nice. I just did too this week with a farming strategy. I did it with a farming strategy because I think that's what's going to be better for my investments. Let me actually show it to you, everyone. VVS Finance. Because I looked on Tectonic, but I mean, they're not really giving me enough interest. And I said, you know what? Let's just put about $250 here on the farm. Let's go ahead and get some monies. Why not? Here it is. Let's see. Have to go all the way down. Look at all these different pools. And let's see. I mean, right now, what is it? 70 something. It's loading. Well, I'm going to let it load, but have single USD for less impermanent loss, as you probably are aware of. This is reaching. It's kind of like loading. Classic internet. Well, I'm going to let it load for a while. Here, Kronos, 40 cents. Well, is it 40 cents? Let me go ahead and take a look at this one. Well, very close to 40 cents. No, actually it is. 40 cents back, crypto.com. Beautiful, man. Loving this gig. I mean, it is just awesome. That is what you don't sell, right? Never sell panic selling at all, unless you're in the profit. Like that goes to me. Let's say I had bought Crow at 2 cents. I mean, of course I can sell. I'm already making money. But if I'm down, makes no difference. And plus, if I'm staking it, what is the point? I mean, I'm not going to do it. Take a look at the volume on VVS. It seems crazy. I bet. I mean, people are still using it. People are still using it, right? What's going on? Global wars? Your name is definitely appropriate to what's happening, right? Oh, man. A lot of senators, a lot of people talking right now. Let's see. Breaking news. Explosions hurting Kyiv as Putin ramps up air and ground attacks on Ukraine. Yeah, everyone. Putin really wants to take over Ukraine, and I don't think he's going to stop it. He knows, of course, that if he just invades one little piece of one of the NATO countries, then we actually going to have a major conflict worldwide that will imply, more pain in every single way. But I'm not gonna speculate further. It is just what it is. There's a reason for everything, and well, hopefully, it's not gonna get to that point. But the world we live in, right, everyone? The world we live in. Wow, yeah. But just kind of give you a little bit of a history lesson. I think I was very focus on my life and my things, not really looking at what's out there outside the United States, of course. So I just kind of like classic things that as a human being I go through. But when you start looking at the history of different parts of the world, and if you don't travel too much, you are just here, not getting out, not knowing, you take a look at how other countries really feel about different things of the world. And that is exactly what these things happen. It was just less than 20 years or around 20 years that the Soviet Union, ended or so, around those times. So I'm sure Vladimir Putin really, seems that he wants to bring it back little by little. The world we live in, everybody. Welcome. Glad to have everybody here. Forget to smash the like button, everyone, and consider subscribing. This is Oscar Ramos live on Thursday. Cheers from Texas. Oh, man. It's exactly what I needed. Some good, delicious water. For sure. And Bitcoin, my friends, Bitcoin is still up. Bitcoin's still up because that's what Bitcoin does. The best hedge against inflation. And that is why I posted, earlier today on my Twitter, and that is why I'm still keeping my Bitcoin, because Imagine being a bank right now in Ukraine, not being able to get your fiat out. Important to have fiat, of course, or being one of those truckers in Canada when the bank freezes your account. Then you start realizing the powerful thing about blockchain and crypto, and specifically Bitcoin, how there's same as the 2008 crisis, the house market crash and everything that created Bitcoin, same as the pandemic occurred, and then we have a different world, 2021 and beyond. Same, I think this war is going to actually create different pace for money, different pace for currencies, and the need of something digital that is not governed by a central government, because how easy it is for you to just pause it, ban it, halt it, freeze it, and that's it. There's not much you can do. Houston, Texas all day. There you go. They're saying in Ukraine Bitcoin. That's true. Do you happen to see the NFTs created on OpenSea? I saw some about invisible something that they're doing really good. They said Putin sent more than 200 missiles to the capital. Yeah, I heard something 100 plus missiles already, that has struck Ukraine thus far, which is really sad, of course. I'm glad you said about selling at certain points. It's smart to sell and take profit sometimes. Of course, it is smart. Of course, I highly suggest that if you are in the money. What's the next support level for CRO if we break below 30 cents or 31 level? Let's go ahead and find it. Great question. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the 1 year. That's a great question. And actually, I was curious, so let me just do it live. First and foremost, I need all my indicators up. So in the 1 day, I'm gonna open RSI, and on the RSI, what I'm seeing is we are under the middle band right here, which is perfect. That tells me that the end of January was even better to buy, but right now it's still not bad. Remember, when we are here, it's because we're getting too excited, right? Although we can have even better news coming up. For trading purposes, selling at these levels is very highly recommended, even if you're looking at a day chart. On this time, looking at this, the MACD, how we're looking at the MACD, I'm kind of curious to see this. On the MACD, right here in November is when it got wild. It does seem that we're going to continue this downtrend on the histogram, and it doesn't seem that the signal is going to be crossing the MACD, anytime soon. So not expecting a higher levels to be put out much closely right now for CRO. That is on those nice indicators. Then I have my Bollinger Bands, and my Bollinger Bands tells me right now that the price is under this middle level, which the middle level for CRO at this time is 45 cents, as you can see or I see. So just by buying right now and holding it for a long time, it's just a great piece, a great number, right? It did crash way below the Bollinger Bands, as you can tell right about here at 34 cents. Perfect way if you bought it in. Great job, you did it. Then it bounced all the way back up. So 45 cents middle, 34 cents right now. Just giving the background noise and some of the things that you guys want to understand right now. Anonymous, what's going on, everybody? Thank you for recommending that token. It's on fire. Google it. Appreciate it. I'll take a look at it once I finish with this one. Thank you very much for your kind support, my friend. Appreciate it. And I'll get my alert too. So what is the next support, right? That was the question. Let's see. Well, oh yeah.
A non-token is on fire. Google it.
So the bottom of the Fibonacci here is 18 cents, but that is not the lowest we've been. I can tell you from here that we have rejected yesterday, which was another day, as you can tell here. Yesterday we rejected under the one of the last Fibonacci levels. That is perfect. Then 78%. It was rejected immediately. That is good, because if it had stayed there for a while, like days, then that is exactly what we lived at the end of January. So this is the next support level, 35 cents at this time. And after that, we will need to break 32 cents, which is created right about here. That will be another level important. So it's 35 cents, which is what happened yesterday, but we need 5 cents down. And if we go 10 cents down, then that is exactly major correction territory for CRO, for sure. Major correction territory for CRO. So thus far, the price of crypto.com is holding very well, very well. I'm gonna refresh this one. Welcome everyone. What have you heard of the Mexico crypto adoption? Well, thus far it seems that some senators, people in the government, senators are really, some of them, just a few of them, are for it, which is great. Thus far, I mean, if the president is not for it, there's just not gonna be such of a huge impact, right? Take a look at this, everyone. Well, this is the person I was telling you early in the live. This is the Ukrainian member of the parliament that has the weapon already. Some of the actual attacks, as you can tell here with the helicopters and some airstrikes happening in Ukraine. So it is happening. Russian attacks Ukraine continue. Helicopter army flying over cities. This is important. This is exactly what I was telling you close to the beginning of the live. Stocks and Bitcoin have gone down last couple of weeks because of the Fed rate hikes, right? Current geopolitical situation reduces the odds of major rates hikes to zero. Thus, stocks and Bitcoin have room to bounce back, which that's what we saw today, the bounce back. Because of what's happening right now, we may have those less increasing hikes in the rates. Then Taiwan warns Chinese aircraft in the air defense. I mean, this is insane. How now China is flying over Taiwan. Oh, baby. Can this get worse? That is why, I mean, this is one thing that I've learned over time. You need patience. And actually, I was watching a video from Warren Buffett yesterday while I was about to sleep. And he was saying, you know, when things are starting to get worse, we haven't seen the worst part yet. You need to have a little bit of patience and calm your nerves. Make sure stay, put to everything that's happening, because definitely there can be even more bad things coming up, and that's when the real bloody levels can come. Or I can be completely wrong, and then we have an amazing bounce back, right? At the time that I see thus far, probably things are gonna get worse if Russia gets too cocky and starts attacking neighbor countries. Anytime, Jesse. Mouse 1W, what's going on, buddy? Diamond handed, of course, diamond handed. I can tell you that we are diamond handing. Take a look at this. Breaking news: explosions hurting Kyiv amid fear city could fall within days. So yeah, I mean, the main city can fall actually very, very quickly. All of this, everyone, which is telling us about what could really happen on this one. It is the world we live in, and what I'm thinking is, well, probably the crypto and stocks are getting used to what's occurring right now in the other part of the world. They already dropped. They already came back. Now we have to see these upcoming hours, because yesterday night, and today morning is when crypto flushed. So the $38,000 that you see right there can go down in a matter of minutes by one tweet, by one information. It just completely crashes, and that is the beauty of crypto, everyone. Anytime, Jesse, will do. So yeah, I mean, it's perfect, it's good, and it is what we live in thus far. Let's go. Man, I love this thing. It is what it is. It is what it is. What I'm looking for right now for cryptocurrencies, like what are the projects, and I'm gonna be putting Bitcoin right here. In about 4 hours, it increased about 10%. I'm looking at, putting some money as soon as we start reaching the 33,000 on Bitcoin and the 30,000 on Bitcoin too. We haven't reached this yet. The last time we reached this was a while. It was in 2021 with the May crash with China banning Bitcoin. And you know what? Honestly, I like this. Here's why I like this, because how many bad news do you need to bring the price of Bitcoin that down? China saying, okay, no to Bitcoin, did it. But right now, Bitcoin is getting more stronger, to be honest with you. All of this didn't crash it all the way down here. 34,000 and it came back up. Bitcoin is becoming a crypto very resilient. And that is to admire, in my opinion, which is great. That is to do very well. That's true. Luna, it's also doing fantastic, which this is not. Terra, it's Terra. There you go. Terra Luna, 67, my friends. Who owns Terra Luna here? Take a look at this. What are we seeing here on Terra Luna? No way, 34%? You are kidding me. Wow, 34% increase on Terra Luna, my friends. That is amazing. That is insane. I don't have any Terra Luna because it's just oftentimes you just cannot buy everything, but not a bad idea on Terra Luna. And it's a blockchain. Have USDT too, USD. And I like it. It's one of those projects that are up in commerce and are doing really well. Really well, $67. It was at $100, but it flushed all the way up. And I was like, you know what? This is another project that we need to get it on. So if you're thinking about Terra Luna, you're not in a bad time. Although it's pumping up, but when you trace back, it's still totally fine. Amy, what's going on? And welcome to the live as a member. There you go, Amy. Thank you so very much. Enjoy all the amazing emojis now you have access to. Thank you very much, Amy. Brewer, nice. This is what we like to see, right? This is what we like to see on these cryptocurrencies. There's always money to be made. And even though the cryptocurrencies, for example, Crocoin, right, that we are bouncing another, we're not hitting a lower low, which is great. This is a low. This is a higher low. I like it. Higher lows are good lows. Higher lows are good lows. This is a great step in the right direction. Higher lows. So I like that. I like that. Even though, this is what's happening. Now here's the best part of my conversations with you guys. What's the future looking like? Because you guys already know even though the time for altcoins may not be right now, the time for altcoins maybe take a while because, the world we're living in and everything that's happening. Once it comes, that it's literally going to retire a lot of people. That is going to retire a lot of people. And may not retire me the next time, but it's going to put me in a great place. So I sell to get some profits, and I'm just waiting for the next halving for Bitcoin. So I'm giving myself like about 10 years or less and to change my life forever and be financially independent. 10 years, everyone. Anyone, our parents, our grandparents would have done many things to follow that path instead of waiting for 65. So I think I'm giving myself 10 years to really be in that position of boom, that's it. So in 10 years, I'm not saying 1 week or 1 day or 1 year. In a span of 10 years, I think all the money that we're putting in right now is going to completely knock it out of the park. And we'll be, really chill and nice. And by then, we'll, of course, we'll have to adapt to the latest trends and crypto projects, because some of the crypto projects that we're seeing right now, let me tell you this for reals, some of these crypto projects that you're seeing on CoinMarketCap may not be here. And that is true. Which ones are they? Well, we can go through a list of checking if there could potentially be in that path. But always is very important to buy projects that you believe in, that you've done your research, that you're not getting from a YouTuber, right? Although I'll tell you about, I'm talking Tectonic, Crowcoin, Cardano, Algorand, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Solana, Terra Luna, EVS. You always have to do your research. You always have to do your own thing or pay someone to do it for you, because I mean, there's always that kind of bias or so. Even though not knowing, I of course should have and may have a bias with some other cryptos. Not because I bet they're gonna pay me or nobody. I mean, no cryptos paying me at this time, which is fantastic to make videos for them. But I mean, you always have to do your own due diligence and homework and understand that. And that being said, I mean, putting your head down, putting some money in, and believing, and always staying on top of everything. Looking at the perks now. Thank you, Amy. Appreciate it. Of course. What's your... let me go ahead and close this one. This is the VVS Finance, which, man, is not showing the percentages, which I want to show you, which is classic. Classic my internet, probably. Who knows? I'm going to close it too. Here you go. Nice. And here's Tectonic, doing well thus far. Let me see what's popping and trending right now. Anchor Protocol still doing well too. Oh my. Anchor Protocol, I saw it green and it's still green. You see? It's always money to be made. Terra Luna doing well. Maker, one of the cryptos that we can compare it to Tectonic, right? Because it does feel in the lending and borrowing category. Then Solana doing well. Hey, there's my helium. There's my helium. I've been secretly buying. Well, if you're a patron of mine, you know this. Go ahead and join to my Patreon and Discord server right now. Clicking the link on the top of the chat. If you want me to give you tips, behind the scenes, coach you, I have all kinds of packages. And of course, I highly appreciate your awesome support to my patrons and to my YouTube members. But yeah, I mean, man, decentraland. So I'm going to give it a couple of years from now or until we are out of this mess so we can correct the prices. And once we are passing that break-even point, sell some positions and just start all over again. Some of the biggest losers right now, what we're looking is Kusama, Cello, Mina, Elrond, Pancake Swap, Cake. Not bad. Classic stuff. This is what happens with this. And the news continue. They never sleep, everybody. They never sleep. That is what happens in the world of cryptocurrencies. Nothing sleeps here. I'm very happy for Luna. That is amazing. For Shiba Inu. Take a look at Shiba Inu, guys. I'm actually want to... Oh, nice. In the last couple of minutes, we've seen some nice volume coming up. So throughout the day, we're having some movements. Let me go ahead and take a look at Shiba because it's one of those cryptocurrencies that you have to give some love to. Why not? 4020, that was the lowest yesterday. And now it's coming back. So you see, lower lows. I like to see that. 4017, 4019, 4020. Lower low, lower low, lower low. Shiba Inu 1, 2, 3. Right? That is a bullish pattern. I like it. And all of this, it's just a massive way for you to start trading all your cryptocurrencies. Pretty much. Massive way for us to start trading cryptocurrencies. All of these waves and all of those ones. That is what I like to do for sure. To get my kicks, to get some money on the side very quickly. In the case of Shiba Inu, Shiba is right now trading at these levels for a while, right? Since it started the fun on Shiba, we can tell how at this level, Shiba stayed here for about a week and a half. A week and a half before ballooning all the way to the moon. All of this with green was just the classic pump that we loved. And then it took us forever to come back. So these are the levels that I believe Shiba Inu will hope to keep amid everything that's happening in the world. these are the levels, 78% or so in the Fibonacci retracement. Because if it actually goes passing down to the 5 zeros and less of the Fibonacci, then that's something that, of course, is going to hurt very, very bad. This is exactly what happened with AMP token. I had a different Fibonacci for AMP, and it broke it completely, because the lowest for AMP token I had it was at around 4 cents, and it's right now 2 cents. So it can happen to some cryptos, right? Especially when you don't have that kind of community behind it, rallying you up, and it's just a crypto that it's getting a lot of hate on or dislikes, and people sell it, and of course the price is gonna crumble a lot. But when it comes to Shiba Inu, they're not missing anything, because they have one of the biggest community out there, and although the price is super down, they still has that backbone support from all the followers and from all the Shiba Inu army. So definitely, I'm looking ahead at, okay, for how long should I continue holding my Shiba? Well, remember, always buying what you can afford losing. That's what it is. Always buy what you can afford losing, and these are the cryptocurrencies that need to prove it themselves, that are gonna be great investments for later on, because most of the projects have amazing intentions, and it's very difficult sometimes to break out. And when this happens, it is the greatest gift of all, and that is when we have to sell and repeat the process once again. And that's what happened as we continue trending down, right? So I like it. For Shiba Inu, everyone, it is one of those important cryptocurrencies to look for and to see what's going on. Other cryptocurrencies like Cardano, ADA, that I absolutely hold, are, of course, right now in the pits of fire. I mean, this is another great representation, right? I haven't reviewed Cardano in a while, but this was the lowest price, and now it's completely down. So it is a representation how, if you don't calculate your exit well, you can get cooked, right? And well, for us that are holding Cardano and getting staking rewards, well, either you sell it or you just continue by holding, right? But yeah, this is an amazing descent, nice descent that we're having right here on this channel. And well, obviously there's a lot of people that like it and hate Cardano, and well, there's gonna be another massive altcoin season. The last point for Cardano is gonna be somewhere around the 15 cent. Imagine 15 cent Cardano. But for right now, it's another of those cryptos that it still is heavily loved by many, but incredibly cheap. So if you're looking for an opportunity on cryptos like that, there it is, right? Like I just mentioned couple minutes ago, 10 years, because I just got into this market 1 year ago. So I'm setting my foundations. Remember, a lot of people that were buying Bitcoin in 2010, they were buying Bitcoin for the first time, and they didn't know if that was going to succeed, right? Now we have just a great and at the same time toxic community. It's a great community, but we also have a toxic community. It's a mixture of everything. Now we have NFTs, we have everything. It's just so more complex and mixed, and more opportunities for them to steal your property, more opportunities for them to hack you, to scam you, for you to make money out of the blue. So looking at all of this for what they are, investments, good projects, and following them to whatever you want. That's exactly how we're gonna win this war. But I like it. It's just a community that you have to go through it slowly but surely. And in my opinion, actually, I just went to with my accountant. I'm doing my taxes soon, and I'll make that video, because I told you I was gonna make it. And my tax accountant told me, stop buying crypto, or stop buying that much crypto. That was so fun of him. I just for fun, right? But sometimes, some people want to understand. Some people want to understand really, like, why are you buying so much crypto? Well, sadly, we are probably getting at the wrong time. We want to see the best awesome returns on crypto, but still, if you are holding right for the time that you want and waiting on that next wave, you're gonna be better off. But you will need to hold for a while. And going back to the title, right? War continues. If this war continues to escalate, definitely there's a high probability that Russia actually conquest Ukraine. We just don't know. I mean, everything's on the table. We'll see what happens. There's gonna be a lot of charge going on. There's gonna be a lot of conversations going on, and we'll see, because I actually, in all my lifetime, I haven't been in this situation where we may have a repeat, because now we have a superpower that's getting a little bit out of hand, and of course has already the shame of the entire world, not by me, but by all the presidents that have condemned Vladimir Putin and Russia. Classic, right? It is what it is. 5 years and I'll hold for 10. I'll hold. There you go. I'll spend more money to be more risky. Get some ADA, not much. Of course. So those are some of the conversations that I like to have with you guys to see the plan ahead for us. Right now, I mean, all this trending down started at around November, right? At the end of the metaverse hype. By starting December was the worst. December was just down. That was December completely. I hated it, but it is what it is. We survived. January, it was just a continuation of the lowest point of December. February, thus far, it tried to do a little bit better, but now we're coming down because of the bad news. So I don't want to be late for the good days, because I've been late before, and I'm not going to make that same mistake. I'm not. Crypto will never tell you when it's going to skyrocket. That is my experience with many of them, right? You can probably time some, but in reality, all the Dogecoin people that made themselves very rich didn't know what they were doing. They're just buying a crypto and then it happened. So preparing, you guys are preparing, hopefully, right? Preparing well. And that is what we are expecting. And obviously, there's always shortcuts. There's always shortcuts. For example, NFTs and meme coins. So NFTs and meme coins are two risky plays that you can still make a lot of money from, right? And whoever here is in the Shiba Inu army, or doesn't have to be that, bam! Do not forget to grab, if you are looking for something to give to your special one, a nice thick Shiba Inu coin that you can find in my link below in the description. I got Cardano too if you are into Cardanito, or if you are more fancy like me, bam, get yourself a Bitcoin. Even though I don't own one completely, right? You can still own one physical in this nice little beautiful case. So you put your nice Shiba Inu here in the case too, and it's gonna be amazing. Got a sponsor there in the link down below. The first one, great people. They have amazing materials. I really like it. Really like it. Oh man, do you think Solana is a good buy? Well, let's see what Solana says right now. We're looking at cryptocurrencies. Let's see what's going on this one. Position 8 at $90. And now we have to take a look at some technicals very nicely and quick. There you go. And Solana at the 1 year, we have on the error side, we're down, which is as expected, not super down. So still can go lower, but this price on Solana, it is much better, let me tell you, than $260. Got it? Much better than that. Alrighty, everybody. That's exactly what I wanted to tell you. Very excited for another great day in crypto, because as crazy as it is and as crazy market as we have, this is not over yet. Everyone, thank you very much for watching. Thank you Amy, for becoming part of the members. Appreciate it. Thank you to all the nice people that were here with me. And actually, Anonymous, you told me about Anno token, so let me tell you. Let me go ahead and very, very quickly, because you donated, so let me go ahead and do that for you really quick. I have no idea what I'm going to be finding, but why not? AT, if I'm not finding it very quickly, then, oh, here it is. I found it. Let's see what this thing is. 4,200. Okay. Binance Smart Chain. Okay. All. No. This is a recipe that I don't like to see. But thank you for posting it here in the chat. Probably a very good and easy, fast way to judge a book by not looking at its cover only. But I don't like the price analysis or like the price chart here at all. And what it is, it was built at the early February 2022, so it doesn't have that time maturity that I like to see. Well, but thank you very much for sharing it in the live for sure. You guys, thank you guys. Appreciate your kind support. More news and updates coming up later. You have a question, post it here, or go ahead and post in one of my videos. Join the Patreon Discord page in the link down in the description below if you want to hear all the behind the scenes. You guys be blessed. Peace. Thank you, everybody. And well, we'll continue monitoring the news. Pray for Ukraine. Peace, everybody. Thank you.